What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So, now you see, I'm going to give you a clear and blatant example of why the sport of boxing is in the place that it's in, and why I say that the sport of boxing is the Wild Wild West. The sport of boxing is not even top 10 best sports in the United States. And here's a clear reason why. You have undefeated 2-division world champion, Mexican, Ecuadorian superstar boxer, the Mexican monster, David Benavidez, who has 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 24 wins by way of knockout. Or 22 wins by way of knockout. David Benavidez looking to fight any and everybody. And an article is written about David Benavidez because David Benavidez says he wants to fight former undisputed multi-time light heavyweight world champion Russian superstar boxer Artur Beterbiev, and or former undisputed 2-time world champion Russian superstar boxer Dmitry Bivol. And he wants to fight the fighters at cruiserweight. And he says that first ballot Mexican superstar Hall of Famer, 4-division champion, 2-time undisputed super middleweight, Saul Canelo Alvarez, should fight himself, Artur Beterbiev, rematch Dmitry Bivol, who he lost to, which I don't see the rematch being needed, and or get out the sport of boxing after losing to Terrence Crawford in September. And multiple articles are written about David Benavidez, headlined entitled, "He's Desperate and Insecure." He's desperate and insecure. What about the Mexican Ecuadorian monster makes him desperate and insecure? Because he wants to fight the absolute best there is to offer, and he wants the other fighters, his peers, his counterparts around him, to fight the absolute best there is to offer. And he holds everybody accountable for not fighting the best and doing what he's doing. That makes him desperate and insecure. Because he wants to compete against the absolute best there is to offer, and he wants everybody around him in the sport to uplift the sport and compete against the best that is available to them as well. He is a man. Here goes a man in David Benavidez who was being pushed in a certain direction by his promotional company to fight a fight that was unworthy of him. No disrespect to the opponent. I'm not even going to name his name, but we know who we're talking about. As a big fight, he turned it down, directed his team to find the money to make the fight that the fans want to see against David Morrell very early in their careers. David Benavidez is only 27 to fight David Morrell, who only had 11 fights. That this is the fight that the world wanted to see. He pushed for the fight instead of fighting the fight that the promoters and the networks wanted to pay for. Find a different avenue. He did it. He made the fight happen. He won the fight that people said he was ducking and avoiding, and that it was a bad fight and a bad style matchup. He made the fight against a 6'1" southpaw Cuban, hard-hitting, athletic, explosive, high ring IQ, high boxing IQ fighter in David Morrell, and won the fight in exciting fashion. It wasn't a boring fight at all. He gave you what you were looking for. Now he tried to fight the best, and it wasn't available to happen, and he landed on hard-hitting Title contender Anthony Yard this Saturday, and yet David Benavidez is being called insecure and desperate. That's irresponsible to post and write. These things should be proofread. Again, freedom of speech, freedom of writing. But how does this benefit the sport when you're just lying? You're lying on a fighter is what you're doing. How can you say that David Benavidez is desperate and insecure? He fought Demetrius Andrade. Nobody wanted to fight Boo Boo Andrade. People say, well, Andrade fought outside his weight class. Demetrius Andrade was too small, so on and so forth. That's not David Benavidez's fault. He was fighting in his weight class, and everybody said that he should fight Andrade. I even said he'd fight Andrade, and I thought Andrade was going to win. I thought Demetrius Andrade was going to win. I thought it was a biased style matchup. He made the fight. He fought Caleb Plant, finally. He fights Alexander Gvozdyk, his first fight at 175. The only loss Gvozdyk had was to Artur Benavidez in a unification bout. His first fight at 175. Not taking any type of light touch fights. Now he's fighting Anthony Yard. After fighting David Morrell. Now you're going to fight Anthony Yard. And that's not enough. That's not enough, people. It's not enough for him to get the respect that he gets disrespected and called desperate and insecure. Wonderful. Wonderful. The sport of boxing can't get out its own way and never will. This is why it's not top 10 in sports in the United States. This is why. This is why fighters like David Benavidez and Devin Haney and these fighters got to go outside the country to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh to get respect. This is why. This is why they have to be valued outside their country. This is why. It's nasty work, man. It's disrespectful. It's disgusting. It's irresponsible. It's nasty work, bro. You have somebody like David Benavidez who is trying to uplift the sport, will fight anybody. He's looking to fight Artur Beterbiev next, Dimitri Bivol next. Talking about fighting Zurdo and Jai Opataya one at cruiserweight. Look to fight everybody. But because he holds his counterparts and the sport accountable, he's called desperate and insecure. Bruh. This is why they stop respecting the fans. This is why they start doing fights just for the money and never mind the sport and just focus on their future. This is why. And that's all I got for y'all, man. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.